Ah, we're diving deep. You already know we're diving deep. So I have a confession. It's 4th of July. It's my lunar return. I'm outside chilling, sitting on my rocking chair in my garden, journaling about my lunar return in my book of shadows for divination of things of an astrological nature. It's sunny. It's not a cloud up in the sky. It's just, well, actually, it was a few clouds if I be honest. But it's sunny and bright and warm, and I don't suspect rain. I head out for some joy and merriment, festivities, and to see fireworks, and I leave my book of shadows outside, and it pours down rain. Oh, the lights. I mean, wow. It was raining like it was making up for all the days it didn't rain out this piece. And my book of shadows got wet and damaged, and some of my notes have been rendered illegible. Some of them are safe, but most of them have been rendered illegible, which prompted me to do this video to download in electronic form some of the lessons that I have learned while chronicling my lunar return energy. And so the topic of this video is going to be how to use the information that you gather from lunar return charts to actually apply it in real time to get real results, right? And I'm also doing this video for the younger version of myself, for the maiden version of myself who wish she would have stumbled upon this type of video that I'm getting ready to do right now, because there is no telling where my divination skills would be at had I known this information that I know now back then. So I want to give you a few steps for how I actually documented my lunar returns through my book of shadows. This is an incense mark. I'll be burning incense up around here and everything. Still didn't stop the rain, but hey. So we're just going to jump right in. I think I rambled for enough. Let's get to the point, to the nitty gritty. This is not a basic primer video. If you don't know what a lunar return chart is, please pause the video. Do just a little bit of research and meet me back here so I can give you the tea on how to use that information to your advantage. Step one would be to pull your lunar return chart for the entire year. And I want you to document 4 key things when we're doing this wide, expansive overlook. Your moon, your sun, your ascendant, and also the house placement that your lunar return chart is taking place in. That means locate the moon in your lunar return chart and document the house number. That's it to start off with. Once you get all of your lunar return charts documented, it may be 12 or it may be 13. There may be a month where you have 2 lunar returns. I'm in such a month. For the month of July, I will have 2 lunar returns. The first one was on the 4th of July. The second one will be on the 31st of July. So that can happen. Be mindful of that. The moon is working on 28-day cycles, right? 27 and a half, 28 days and a half day cycles. Once you get that documented, you want to look for trends, any repeating patterns. Do you notice that you have an ascendant sign that's showing up frequently throughout this particular year? Or do you notice that there's a particular house placement for your moon that has been showing up throughout the year? I want you to notate any trends that you may see. And you're going to refer back to these notes as time progresses to see if there's any additional insight that you will gain or gather by doing this exercise. Another thing that I want you to make note of is if there are any special holidays that are taking place on a particular day of your lunar return. For me personally, I just had a lunar return that was exactly on the 4th of July. You know, I feel as though that was an omen from the Most High about declaring my independence and my freedom and to liberate my mind, body, soul, and spirit, and among other things. See what patterns come up for you. Next, you want to notate any special astrological events. Are there any planets that are in critical degrees? Are there any planets that are going retrograde on the exact day of your lunar return? Or are there any planets that are entering into a brand new sign on that particular day of your lunar return? Make a note of all of that. Now, as you're gathering these notes, there are a few reasons why you're doing this. The main one is to look for patterns, to look for cycles, and also to validate your progress. Is what you're doing working? Is the way that you're observing and implementing the energies of the moon working for you? Is there something you need to tweak in your practice? That will be revealed to you as you continue to document and track and keep notes and observe like a scientist, because that's what we are. Even though they call astrology a pseudoscience, oh, you best believe, once upon a time, astrology was linked with astronomy and was classified as a science, and it's very mathematical as well. Okay, so two key takeaways. Once you get all of this information documented, this is what I like to do, and which may be helpful for you if you try it and apply it. One, you want to embody the energy of your lunar return chart. I'm going to use myself as an example because right now, that's what I can dictate to you off the top of my head. For this lunar return cycle that I just had on the 4th of July, my ascendant is in Cancer, and my moon placement is in the second house. I'm a Leo moon native in sidereal astrology. And the sun is in Gemini, once again, sidereal astrology. So that is my big three for the entire month. I am honoring the placements. Whew, I'm back. My tea was ready. So you embody the energy of the moon placement for that particular month. And by moon placement, what I really mean to say is the entire lunar return chart. The entire lunar return chart, that's you for that particular month. All of the placements. You get it? Sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Ceres, Black Moon, Lilith. I think you get the picture. Act as if that is your natal chart, but for that particular month. Embody the energy for that month. That's how you honor the energy of your lunar return. At least that's one way you can honor it based off of my research and experimentations. Two, the house placement that your moon is located in during your lunar return is where it would be ideal for you to focus your energy, your affirmations, your mantras, your intentions, okay? That's like the theme for the month. So if your lunar return is in the third house, for example, that will be highlighting third house themes, siblings, communications, reading, literature, learning, neighborhood, friendship, etc., etc. This is where you have to be. And I will always remind you that it is very important if you're a student of astrology to study all of the houses, all of the planets, all of the zodiac signs. Because if you have a good working knowledge, it's very easy for you to apply it, especially when doing these lunar returns. But have no fear, all is well. By charting your lunar return charts and observing your lunar return monthly, you're going to be exposed to astrology. You're going to learn so much. If nothing else, if you do nothing else but actually get you a notebook. I got a new notebook here. And chart out your lunar return chart for the month and observe it every single month, you'll be deepening your understanding and your awareness of astrology. And as time goes on, you'll be making a video like this, sharing your wisdom on your experiments and your techniques that you implemented with great success, and teaching others who are coming behind you and those who are here now, and expanding upon the wisdom of our ancestors on what one can do to enhance and enrich their lives through the use of lunar return charts. So, of course, in order to do this exercise, all you need really is a notebook, a pen, access to astro.com, and the ability to figure out how to run a lunar return chart. You're going to chart it for the entire year. You're going to notate those 4 key elements that I told you: sun, moon, rising, house placement of the moon. Every single month, as your lunar return comes close, you're going to pull a lunar return. You're going to meditate on that chart, and you're going to figure out what exactly. Pick up whatever you can pick up by meditating on that chart, focusing on the stelliums, focusing on any special critical placements, focusing on if there's any holidays, Sabbaths, special events taking place on that particular day, focusing on affirming and attending to whatever house placement the moon is in for that particular month. Document it so you can see your results and tweak it and improve upon my method. I hope you will. And if you do, please share the intel. Please share the wisdom. Signing in, out, above, beyond, below, beneath, underground, all around, uptown, downtown, midtown, here, there, anywhere, everywhere, nowhere, past, present, future, now, out.